Well, my name is Klaudija. I'm originally Slovenian. I live currently in London, but I have been living around the world for the last 20 years. So I do call myself a citizen of the world, a global citizen, not just Slovenian citizen. Currently, I am the head of city experiences at TUI. TUI is one of the biggest tour operator in Europe. I came into this, it's a corporation, into this big company because they want to expand their product offering. TUI is known mostly for sun and beach product and holiday packages, but they would like to become more of a leisure holiday brand. And hence they hired me for my expertise in city experiences. I've been with TUI now for 2.5 years. This year has been a very successful year for our team because we will be seeing a 75% growth in revenue and about 50% growth in passenger numbers. So a huge win for us. I've been in travel industry for the last 20 years. So when I moved away from Slovenia, I started my travel career in Turkey as a rep and then moved along being a tour guide, being in marketing, being in sales, being also a managing director of a big day tour operator, and now working for a big corporation as a head of city experiences. But what I would say in this 20 years of my professional career, the biggest achievements would be urban adventures. So I started with urban adventures when it was just an idea. So we didn't even have a proper brand. And in the 10 years that I've been with Urban Adventures, we achieved quite some big milestones. We carried 500,000 passengers. We were working with around 170 different tour operators around the world. Each tour operator would have an exclusivity for their own destination. So meaning that I worked, developed, understood how different businesses work in different regions. So we covered the whole world. Another one would be we were one of the first ones to expand in terms of different product, more experiential product. And at the time we signed an agreement with New York Times Journeys and developed specific experiential product in major cities around the world with the partnership of New York Times. And that was kind of the first media tour operator type of partnership in our industry. And then the rest kind of followed. I also owned and developed 2 tour operating businesses. One was in Slovenia in Ljubljana and the other one was in London. I developed them to a certain point and then I sold them. They were quite small, but I have this experience how to actually sell a business. The latest one is with TUI. As a big corporation, I lead the city experiences. It's a bit of a incubator department in TUI, meaning that we do a lot of testing, a lot of development, a lot of experimenting, and hence we have the possibility of big growth as well. As I said, we are going to do around 75% growth year on year this year. I like working with everyone because it's not just me coaching them, it's vice versa as well. I learn so much from tour operators that are part of Guest Focus. So day tours, multi-day tours, already established companies or individuals that are just starting their journey. For example, I have a member in Guest Focus. They don't have any experience in travel industry. The only thing that they have experience is working as an Airbnb host. And they think, venturing into the experiential multi-day travel world is the way to go forward. And I really enjoyed that. On the other hand, I have members that have really established businesses and they just need someone to pass ideas. They need someone with the critical eye and just understanding like a wider business or, how to optimize business and try and find new opportunities to grow the business. I just enjoy talking to tour operators. Well, because I'm coming from sales and marketing background, I would say that's the biggest impact where I can help members of Guest Focus looking at their sales strategy, marketing strategy, new distribution channels, and then optimization as well. I would say the results of some of the accountability calls that I had or have with members is that they do understand better that focusing only on one sales channel is not the best way to go forward for their business. They need to diversify. I am introducing them to different sales distribution channels to see where they can expand and promote their product. The other thing that I feel I've been doing a lot since I joined Guest Focus as a coach is really being that critical eye for websites. A lot of members are relaunching or updating the websites, and this is something that we are doing them together. I actually had now 3 Guest Focus members that we went from scratch or like from the beginning of revamping the website till the end that they launched their new website. I'm always speaking at certain events and panels. The last one was with We Travel. We were talking about sales distribution and sales strategy. Then I'm speaking at some other more women in travel type of forums around responsible travel, sustainable travel. And then there was another kind of association of tour operators. Again, I was talking about sales strategy and how to grow your business. The best thing being a coach of Guest Focus is really to get to know other tour operators from around the world, learning about their business, learning their mindset, learning, their goals and plans for the future, and seeing, how I can help with my knowledge, expertise, and experience. Yeah. But I've always enjoyed speaking with the different tour operators around the world and just seeing what type of products, they do. And then daydream how one day I'm going to go and experience that product. I've been a tour operator myself. I owned a small business, but then also worked with a lot of different tour operators for the last few years. And I know it's quite challenging doing it by yourself, and having the help of Guest Focus, having access to their recorded sessions on different topics, but also because they invite a lot of experts on marketing or on sales or on branding or financial planning. It's almost like a university for tour operation. And at the same time, you get access to accountability coach that you speak to like twice a month or once a month, and they keep you accountable. They help you steer the direction so that you can put the most effective work into your business. And this is the feedback from other members as well, is that it's just easier running your business because you have, a community and a coach, and then Kelsey or Chad, helping, steering your way to be the best version and have the best version of your business.